So, I posted a video earlier today about how the 49ers can win the Super Bowl, how they can beat Patrick Mahomes and the unstoppable Kansas City offense. And my main point in that video was holding the Kansas City offense to having a low amount of chances to score and holding them at the goal line. Even if they do score all the time to give them chances to score, if you hold the ball for a long time and only give them 4 drives, 5 drives, you could come away with a win. Now, the big difference between how I believe Kansas City can win and how I believe the 49ers can win is that the 49ers is more based on luck. It's based on the idea of having the good fortune to end with the ball in your hands, right? And it's also about having the good fortune of not allowing the Chiefs to have the ball. I mean, the 49ers have one of the best defenses in the league. They can get a stop or two. They're going to get a few stops, but I don't think they're going to stop the Chiefs from scoring. They're just not going to. The Chiefs are going to have big plays. They're going to put up a lot of points if the 49ers let them, if they give them that many chances. Now, in the 49ers game plan to win, they have to be perfect. They have to play great defense. They have to play great offense. Play smart offense. Not just score a touchdown this way. Not score a touchdown that quick way, score a touchdown in the long way. Which means they have to control the game completely on offense. And they have to try their absolute best to control the game defensively. And they can't have special team mistakes. They can't rely on the refs to make good decisions. Because one bad call on Kansas City gets that extra chance to get a 2-touchdown lead over you. Kansas City's offense is so explosive that you just can't give them the chance. I mean, you just can't. All right, and I know that sounds a bit far-fetched. Well, the 49ers defense is good, right? If anyone is to stop the 49ers, if anyone is to stop the Chiefs, it's got to be the 49ers, right? Well, let's take a look at some of the score lines that we've seen in the playoffs. 51 points put up on the Texans, 35 on the Titans. How often do you see a team put up 31 points in a football game and are completely dominated over the course of 3 quarters? How often do you see that? I mean, the Chiefs, they only scored less than 20 points once. All season. Once. And that was against the Colts. Once. And the Colts aren't in the playoffs, so I don't have to worry about that right now. But only once did they score less than 20 points. Only once. Less than 23 points, to be exact. That is insane. That means the 49ers basically have to score 23 points to win. More than 23 points. Unless they can do the miraculous thing that the Colts did, which was rely on luck. I believe that the Colts were very lucky. I think the Colts played a great game. They played a very physical game. They got in Mahomes' face. They were very physical with the wide receivers at the line. But can't lie and say that the Colts did not get lucky on some plays. There were some deep plays in that game in which there were calls that were made, and yes, they were good calls, but there were calls that didn't really affect the play, where it's like, well, it could have just not done that, and it would have been the same result. We have to admit that the Colts got a little lucky. And as we've seen in the past 2 weeks, the Chiefs, they're playing very smart football. Now, in the beginning of games, we can admit they're dropping passes, they're committing penalties, but they're still scoring an insane amount of points. An insane amount of points. Over 80 points in the course of 2 games. They're averaging over 40 points in their 2 playoff games this year. That is insane. Absolutely insane. So it seems, from a distance, it seems like, well, there's no way the 49ers offense is going to be able to keep up. Right? Here's the thing. I think the 49ers can beat the Chiefs. I posted a video about it. Go watch it if you want to know how. I won't go deep into it now because it's supposed to be about how the Chiefs can win. But what I'm going to try to talk about here is how the Chiefs can counter what I think the 49ers should do. I think the Chiefs need to try to get a touchdown on every possession. I know every team does that, but I think they need to be aggressive. That means on 4th and 1, go for it, man. You've got Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill. If they got a 4th and 1, even in the first quarter, go for it. Maybe not at your own 20, but if you're at the midfield, go for that, I think the Chiefs need to be aggressive, and they need to score points. The Chiefs win by scoring a lot of points. That's how they win. They don't win defensively. It's rare that they do because their defense is not insane. They don't have a stellar defense. Now, their defense can come up with a stop now and then, but, their defense is not stellar. And don't try to bring up the Patriots, holding the Patriots to 16 points or the Bears to 3. Both of those offenses are really bad. Even me, a Patriots fan, can admit that our offense was terrible this year. I honestly believe that if we made it past the wild card round, we would have not been able to keep up with the Chiefs. I believe we would have lost that game. Just with the way our offense was. We had too many young, new guys. We had the new Mohamed Sanu and young N'Keal Harry. And I just think that our offense, plain and simple, wasn't ready to play in the playoffs. Wasn't ready to play in general, which is why our defense carried us most of the year. And I don't think he can blame the offense on any single player. But anyways, back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs' defense is not great. They can come up with a stop, like I said, but they're not great. They're not stellar. What is stellar about the Chiefs is their offense, which means that is the point they need to attack. Heck, listen to the best coach in the league. You can't say I'm being biased here, because try to find an NFL fan who disagrees with this, but Bill Belichick is the best coach in the league. His ability to just win games, no matter what team he has, he's the best coach in the league. I don't think any of us can deny that. And on the NFL 100 show, I don't know if you guys watched it, but he brought up a really good point with coaching. He said coaching is simple. This isn't an exact quote, I'm paraphrasing here, but he said coaching is simple. It's the art of war. Attack weaknesses, use your strengths. Don't try to make a player do what they can't do. Don't try to do something that your team can't do or isn't used to. Do what you're best at, and try to attack what they're worst at. And I think the 49ers' weakness is their offense. They have a good offense, but their defense is the best part of their team. So I believe for the Chiefs to win, all they got to do is score a bunch of points. And I don't want to sound like Booger McFarland saying, if the Chiefs score more points than the 49ers, well, they're going to win this game. No, I'm not trying to sound like that. What I'm trying to say is, if the 49ers can keep scoring like they have been this year, if the Chiefs can keep scoring like they have been this year, the 49ers are not going to stay caught up. They are not going to stay in it. They're going to run out of gas. Their offense is going to get desperate if they fall behind 2-3 scores, 17-point deficit, 14-point deficit. They're going to get desperate. Jimmy Garoppolo will make a mistake. Somebody will make a mistake. Their offense is their weakness. And I think that the Chiefs know that. And the Chiefs know that what they need to do is just put up a ton of points. As many points as they can, which means be aggressive. I believe in the Super Bowl, you're not going to see Andy Reid settling for a punt on 4th and 1 in 49er territory. I just don't see it. I think he's going to say, we're going for it. We're going to score a touchdown this drive because we know you guys can't score a touchdown every time you have the ball. He's going to be aggressive, and he's going to do everything in his power to score that touchdown. Even if it risks giving the ball over on downs, he's going to do it. Because he's going to attack that strength of his Chiefs team, Andy Reid, and he's going to say, we're best on offense. Let's attack that, and let's keep to it and depend on our offense to win the game for us. The best we can on defense, get a stop or two, but let's depend on our offense to score a touchdown on 90% of the drives we have. But let's make sure we score points on every single drive, because the offense is more than capable of it. We saw that against the Texans. 7 straight touchdowns. The only reason they weren't scoring in the first quarter is because of drops. Penalties. They were shooting themselves in the foot. Andy Reid knows if we just don't shoot ourselves in the foot early, we can get ahead early. We can stun these 49ers. We can put up more points than they can handle. Yes, the 49ers defense is good. But I believe that if the Chiefs use every weapon they have on offense to the best of their ability and don't shoot themselves in the foot, I don't think there's a defense that can stop them from scoring 30 points. I think the only reason that they will stop themselves from scoring up to 30 points is because they don't utilize themselves in the best way possible. I truly believe if they utilize themselves in the best way possible, they are going to score more than 30. And the 49ers are going to do everything they can to stop them. But I just think everything they can is not going to be enough. You can only double cover so many guys. And when they double cover Tyreek Hill and they double cover Kelsey, Patrick Mahomes will run around a bit and he will find Sammy Watkins. He will find McCall Hardman. And once you start focusing more on those guys, that's when the big play comes. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelsey. No matter how many guys you put out deep, the more guys they have in coverage, the more time Patrick Mahomes has to throw. And, that's it. For the Chiefs, they have to use their strength to the best of their ability, the best they have all season. They can't fall behind early. I say that. I say if the 49ers get a 2-possession lead early, then the 49ers have a great chance of winning. I know that the Chiefs have come back from 2-possession games in a row, but I believe that if the 49ers get up early, it could be in their hands. The game could be in the 49ers' hands. So if the Chiefs just don't shoot themselves in the foot again, the Super Bowl is theirs. They can run away with it. They could put up the most points by a team in a Super Bowl ever. Even though this is a great defense. They can do it. So yeah, that's how I think the Chiefs win this Super Bowl, is by utilizing every piece of their offense the best that they have this season. If they can do that, and if they don't make mistakes, shoot themselves in the foot like holding calls, hands to the face, if they don't reward the other team for doing nothing, then they're going to win this Super Bowl, and they're going to run away with it. It'll be ugly for 49ers fans, but if the Chiefs do shoot themselves in the foot, if they do make mental mistakes, that 49ers defense is going to capitalize. They are a defense that is going to they have a veteran Richard Sherman. I mean, that D-line is so scary. If Patrick Mahomes makes mistakes in the backfield, runs around a second too long, stays in the pocket a second too long, throws it a second too early, a second too late, that defense will capitalize. They will get the ball back, and that is when the 49ers jump ahead. And that's when they have the ball in their hands. They have the game in their hands. But I believe the Super Bowl is going to be decided by who shoots themselves in the foot first. If it's the Chiefs, then the 49ers are going to win. If the 49ers fall apart or don't look like they're prepared early, then no matter how hard they try, they are not going to get back in it. I can't throw a comeback off the table if a team falls down deep, but I'd say it's highly unlikely. I might be wrong, but I'm going to say it. It's highly unlikely that there's going to be a comeback in this Super Bowl. I believe that whoever gets out to a 2-possession lead early is going to win the game. Again, I might be wrong. I mean, the Chiefs just had 2. We all saw Super Bowl 51. It's always possible. But if I had to bet money on it, I'd say there's not going to be a comeback this year. Whoever gets to a 2-possession lead first wins. And the Chiefs cannot, I need to emphasize this, the Chiefs cannot rely on luck again. Last year they relied on luck. I don't think that was their game plan, but it came down to the end, and they didn't get the toss. And they need to win in the game time. No overtime. Don't depend on a coin toss. And they need to win it in regular time. That's it. You got 60 minutes, and they got to win it in that time. Don't rely on luck. Don't rely on anything else except what you have as a strength, which is your offense. Do that, and the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll post another video tomorrow. My next video is most likely going to be talking about the Vikings and why every year it seems like they're in a race for the playoffs. They get in the playoffs. They maybe win a game, and then they fall apart, and you don't hear about them until next year around playoff time. It's weird. The Vikings have been kind of in that circus for the last 3 years, and I kind of want to look into why they can't make that next step towards being in the Super Bowl. But anyways, check back tomorrow for another video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe. Thanks.